Polar bears, magnificent creatures of the Arctic, possess an awe-inspiring beauty that belies their deadly potential. Despite their iconic status and seemingly docile demeanor from afar, encounters between humans and polar bears have occasionally turned tragic. Polar bears, native to the Arctic regions, are the largest land carnivores on Earth, with males weighing up to 1,500 pounds and standing over 10 feet tall when on their hind legs. Their thick fur and blubber layer provide insulation against the frigid temperatures of their habitat. These formidable predators primarily hunt seals, relying on sea ice as a platform for hunting. However, as climate change rapidly diminishes sea ice, polar bears increasingly encroach upon human settlements in search of food, leading to potentially dangerous encounters. While encounters between polar bears and humans are rare, when they do occur, the consequences can be devastating. 1. Polar bear kills woman and boy in remote Alaskan village. A polar bear killed a woman and her year-old son in a remote village in western Alaska on Tuesday after it chased multiple residents, officials said, in one of the few fatal polar bear attacks to take place in the past century. The attack occurred near a school in the remote village of Wales, Alaska, which is on the western edge of the Seward Peninsula that juts into the Bering Sea toward Russia. A spokesman for the Alaska State Troopers identified the victims as Summer Myomik, 24, and her son Clyde Ongtawas-Rook. Miss Myomik was a resident of St. Michael, Alaska, about 230 miles southeast of Wales. The spokesman, Austin McDaniel, said, "A local resident shot and killed the polar bear as it was attacking the pair. While attacks on humans are extremely rare, polar bears are more likely to attack a person when they are nutritionally stressed and in below-average body condition." 2. Hunters got hunted. This tragic incident occurred in late August 2018, when 3 hunters from Naujut, Nunavut, an Inuit hamlet located on the Arctic Circle, embarked on a hunting trip. They were seeking caribou and narwhal and had planned to return 2 days later. On the morning of August 23rd, their boat broke down, and while they were having tea, a female polar bear and her cub surprised them. One of the hunters, Leo Ijangiak, fired a rifle to scare the bear, but it attacked Laurent Jr. Utak before killing Daryl Kaunak. Both the mother bear and the cub were subsequently killed. Over the next 3 days, before they were rescued, more bears approached the 2 survivors, and at least 1 more bear was killed. The Joint Rescue Coordination Center had to join the search with a Hercules aircraft and a nearby ice-breaking vessel with a helicopter on board due to the route being blocked by ice, which made the search and rescue operation more difficult. 3. The reason they call dads heroes. A tragic incident took place on July 3rd, 2018, on Sentry Island, a popular fishing and hunting spot on the west coast of Hudson Bay. Aaron Gibbons, a 31-year-old man from Arviat, Nunavut, was there with his children when they encountered a polar bear. Gibbons acted heroically, putting himself between the bear and his children. He told his children to run to their boat and make a radio call for help. Unfortunately, Gibbons was unarmed at the time of the attack and suffered fatal injuries. The children, who were of primary school age, managed to reach the boat safely and called for help through the boat's radio. Other adults who were nearby heard the call for help and shot and killed the bear. This incident was a shock to the local community of Arviat, which is home to some 2,600 people. It was the first death from a polar bear attack in Nunavut since 2000. 4. Horatio Chapel and the Svalbard polar bear attack. On August 5, 2011, a tragic incident occurred in the Norwegian archipelago of Svalbard. A group of 13 university students, led by the British Schools Exploring Society, BSES, were on an expedition near the Von Post Glacier. Among them was 17-year-old Horatio Chapel, a former pupil of Eton College. The group encountered a polar bear that was reported to be starving and emaciated. The bear attacked the camp, and Horatio was killed in the incident. 4 others were seriously injured and were flown to Tromsø on mainland Norway for treatment. The bear was eventually shot dead by one of the expedition's leaders, Michael Spike Reed, who himself suffered severe head and facial injuries. The trip, which was originally planned to run from July 23rd to August 28th, was cut short due to the incident. In the aftermath of the attack, it was revealed that the tripwire alarm system around the camp failed to activate, allowing the bear to enter the camp undetected. An inquiry by Norwegian investigators later ruled that the attack could have been prevented if the expedition members had stayed in cabins instead of tents. 5. The Prospect Park Zoo Incident. On May 20, 1987, a tragic event occurred at the Prospect Park Zoo in Brooklyn, New York. An 11-year-old boy named Juan Perez and two of his friends dared each other to swim in the moat bordering the polar bear den. Perez and his friends had reportedly entered the zoo after hours. Perez swam across the moat to the center of the bear enclosure, while his friends backed out at the last minute. The two polar bears in the enclosure, Teddy and Lucy, were initially in their cave. When they approached Perez, he froze with fear, and the bears attacked him. The screams of Perez's friends alerted a nearby woman, who called the police. When the police arrived, they found the two bears fighting over Perez's remains. The officers shot and killed the bears. The incident sparked a discussion about the safety measures at the zoo. It was revealed that the boys had entered the zoo by scaling an outside fence near the Flatbush Avenue entrance. The incident highlighted the need for better protection for the animals from pedestrians who could potentially harm them or invade their enclosures. 6. A wandering polar bear. The incident involving Thomas Mutanen occurred in Churchill, Manitoba, a town known as the polar bear capital of the world, due to its location on the migratory route of polar bears. In the fall, polar bears typically migrate to Hudson Bay to hunt for seals. However, in 1983, a warm year delayed the freezing of the bay, preventing the bears from reaching their hunting grounds. As a result, the bears, driven by hunger, began to wander into the town. Thomas Mutanen was attacked by a polar bear on the streets of Churchill. Despite the efforts of passers-by to distract the bear and a local guide shooting the bear, Mutanen unfortunately succumbed to his injuries. This tragic event was a stark reminder of the potential dangers posed by the annual migration of polar bears through the town. Following this incident, the town implemented measures to protect both the residents and the bears. 7. Dutchman killed. Johan Jacobus Koota, a 38-year-old Dutch citizen, was tragically killed by a polar bear on Norway's Arctic Spitsbergen Island. The incident occurred at a campsite near Longyearbyen, the main town of the Svalbard archipelago. Koota was in his tent when the bear attacked before dawn. Despite being rushed to the hospital in Longyearbyen, he succumbed to his injuries. Koota was an employee of the Longyearbyen camping site and was in his second season as manager. The bear was subsequently shot by people at the site and was found dead at the local airport. The bear was a 3-year-old male whose mother had been airlifted away from Longyearbyen earlier that week. This tragic incident underscores the challenges of human and wildlife coexistence in regions like the Svalbard archipelago, where the effects of climate change are forcing polar bears into populated areas as they search for food. In conclusion, the encounters between humans and polar bears serve as poignant reminders of the delicate balance between humanity and the natural world. While these apex predators inspire awe and fascination, they also command respect and caution. As we navigate the changing landscapes of our planet, it is imperative that we strive to coexist harmoniously with all species, including the majestic polar bear. By understanding and appreciating their beauty and danger, we can work towards preserving their habitat and ensuring the safety of both humans and bears in the Arctic wilderness. Make sure to like and subscribe for more. Until next time.